Well, today I want to talk about everything from pharmaceuticals to genetics to cholesterol, and I'm going to remind you to get a hold of those books, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and learn about the death of the genetic theory of disease transmission. Remember, there's thousands of failed medical theories every century. In the 20th century and 21st century are no different. And one of the most egregious, one of the most blatant failed theories is the theory of genetics. Genetics will control your eye color, your hair color, your skin color, whether you're a boy or girl. It'll help your liver make new liver cells, your heart to make new heart cells, bones make new bone cells, but it doesn't transmit any disease, okay? And so you need this book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Understand what I'm going to say here following. The book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and, of course, the book, Rare Earths Been Cures, which introduced all this stuff, is Epigenetics in 1994. Okay, let's look at pharmaceuticals. I mean, pharmaceuticals, with the exception of antibiotics, none of them are designed to cure anything, but just really relieve symptoms. And so you'll be hooked on the drugs because it relieves the symptoms, right, as opposed to getting rid of the disease. All right, let's look at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the sort of New York Times of Georgia. And this came out last week, and there's a big headline on the front page. Now, remember, the front page is a couple of paragraphs, but on page 10 where it says to go to, oh my gosh, it's 3/4 of the page. Okay, the title in big bold letters is How Drug Warnings Slip By. 36 patient deaths. Did Georgia falter in the case of a psychiatrist called Dr. Death? Long before he was dubbed Dr. Death by his fellow doctors, Jonesboro psychiatrist Narendra Nagareddy was known across Metro Atlanta's South Side as the go-to physician for prescription drug addicts, and Dr. Death as his medical doctor colleagues. The users of drugs, we're talking about things that are addictive. The users of addictive drugs knew, court records knew, and interviews show, okay, that so did law enforcement, pharmacists, other doctors, state legislators, regulators, addiction counselors. Mothers of these patients complained to the state authorities in 2012 they gave their children prescriptions they did not need, addictive drugs. Years of state and federal data available to the public raised red flags showing that Negretti was among the state's Medicaid program's top prescribers, one of the most abused prescription drugs, and we're talking about the opioid drugs, and that he killed 36 people. Okay, this went on for many, many years. Well, this is not uncommon. Okay, we're talking let's look at mistakes. This came out in 2006, and this was a study done by the Institute of Medicine. They came out and said, oh, yeah, prescription drugs, doctors who write prescriptions for drugs, the decimal point errors alone, and that includes decimal point errors by the fulfilling pharmacist, amount to 1.5 million fatalities and permanent injuries every year. I mean, really grubby street drug dealers only kill 10,000 a year. Medical doctors, 1.5 million are killed and permanently damaged. And then you look at genetics. Doctors, when they don't know what's wrong with you, they'll say, you got bad genes, and we got to start you and your sisters and brothers and your kids on treatment for this disease. Even though they have it now, if we don't start now, they'll get the same genetic disease. That's absolute nonsense, of course. This is why you need to read the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and the book Rare Earths Been Cures. Now, another failed theory is cholesterol and saturated fat cause cardiovascular disease. Congestive heart failure is caused by a deficiency of a single vitamin. We've known that for 300 years. Cardiomyopathy heart disease is caused by a deficiency of a single mineral. I've personally done 1,700 autopsies in kids under the age of 10, and it's caused by a deficiency of a single mineral. Cardiomyopathy heart disease, sudden heart death in athletes, has nothing to do with cholesterol or saturated fat. And then there's obstructive artery disease. We're talking about blocked arteries. We're talking about plaque in your arteries. The plaque in your arteries is not cholesterol or saturated fat. It's actually scar tissue generated by inflammation, irritating the lining of your arteries. Your arteries respond by making scar tissue, which then grows and grows and plugs your arteries. This is caused by eating inflammatory foods, fried foods, processed meats, oils, gluten, and this has nothing to do with cholesterol or saturated fat. Microwave popcorn is one of the worst ones. Theater popcorn comes in a close second. And then, of course, there's olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, and cooking oil. All these are bad, 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 because they turn into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides, usually in about 10 minutes after they've been squeezed out of the seeds or the olives. Okay? And say, well, it's cold pressed. Well, that doesn't make any difference. Okay? unless you pick the olive yourself off the tree and eat the olive and get your oil that way, you're in danger when you eat olive oil. Okay. Then, of course, there's gluten. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. We're not worried about allergies to wheat because that's easy to track. We're talking about a intolerance of it, which results in gluten intolerance, and you begin to lose the absorptive efficiency of your intestines. Over a period of years, you can go from 95% absorption to 5% absorption, okay? Because it changes the lining of your intestine. Gluten, when you call it contact enteritis, it's kind of like putting battery acid on your hand. You get a contact dermatitis. When you have contact enteritis, these little finger-like villi go away, reduce the efficiency of absorption of your intestines by 95%. And let's say you're eating food that doesn't have many minerals in it, and the minerals that are in there are really at low levels, and then you have an intestine that only absorb 2 to 5%. That's when you start getting all these diseases. Contact your Youngevity associate. Get the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, a bestseller according to Amazon, and Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Rarest Been Cures. And let's save our kids, and let's save our families, and let's save our churches, and let's save America. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, True Aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation or expression. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East, which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. These oils have been handled in a fashion designed to protect the integrity of the essence, to allow for effective use in restoring balance to the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual nature of each customer. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound, turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
I thought we'd talk a bit about breastfeeding, as there's a new report out on that, and this kind of indicates you. As long as I've known you, you've talked about the importance of women breastfeeding their children, for a variety of health-related reasons, and this new CNN story headlines report breastfeeding increase could save more than 800,000 lives annually. Said despite all the research that breast is best, many U.S. hospitals are still not providing women with breastfeeding support. And based on actual scientific studies, that breastfeeding can provide health benefits for both the mother and the baby. Why aren't we doing everything we can to make it easier and more socially acceptable for women to choose to breastfeed? This new two-part comprehensive report published in the journal Lancet is billed as the largest and most detailed analysis of the existing research on breastfeeding around the world. Will help bring about change in the United States and globally. More than 1,300 studies were reviewed, including some commissioned specifically for this report. And they focused on the levels, trends, and benefits of breastfeeding based on new estimates produced for the report. Scaling up breastfeeding to near universal levels for infants and young children could save 820,000 lives a year around the world, preventing 13,000 of all deaths of children under 5, according to one of the co-authors here, Dr. Cesar Victora, an emeritus professor of epidemiology at the Federal University of Pelotas in Brazil. is quoted as saying, breast milk acts as the baby's first vaccine to help fight disease and illness. They say 1/3 of respiratory infections and about half of all diarrhea episodes could be avoided in low and middle income countries through breastfeeding. In high income countries, breastfeeding cuts the risk of sudden infant deaths by more than 1/3. They say children who are breastfed longer have been found to have higher intelligence than those who are breastfed for shorter periods of time. They say the health benefits extend to the mother as well, with reductions in risk of breast cancer and ovarian cancer based on all of the existing research. And according to new estimates created for the report, hikes in breastfeeding could prevent an extra 20,000 deaths from breast cancer each year. So there you go. You've been vindicated again, Doc, because you've always talked about the importance of breastfeeding young babies.
Oh, absolutely. There's many, many reasons, and thank you so much for bringing that to the surface here. Definitely antibodies come through the milk from the mother, and so it's going to give that added protection of the antibodies to the child against infectious diseases. Also, if the mother is supplementing with the 90 for Life program, guess what? It's going to reduce the risk of so many diseases because, of course, many diseases we know, babies that are newborn and as they're growing are due to nutritional deficiencies. We know that babies and adults both need 60 minerals. Most baby formulas on the market have 3 to 5 minerals in it. Where are they going to get the other 57 to 55, right? And so breast milk is so good for delivering these nutrients if the mother is supplementing with them themselves. Also, when it comes to SID, SID, sudden infant death syndrome, or crib death, absolutely, there was a big study about, it had to be 20 years ago, in India, where they showed that the babies that had the highest percentage of SID, sudden infant death syndrome, crib death, were babies that were getting formulas. And when you evaluate those formulas, they didn't have the selenium in it, right? And so selenium deficiency is the cause of SIDS in these babies. And if the mother is supplementing or eating meat and liver, they'll get the selenium coming through the breast milk, and will just about eliminate SIDS. So we're so glad we're able to get selenium into the baby formulas by, again, going after the FDA in January of last year. So we're very, very excited about these things. We'll be able to eliminate more diseases as we improve the mother's nutrition as they're breastfeeding, and adding some of these nutrients to, in fact, I hope all of them, to the nutritional formulas that babies have to have if they can't tolerate breast milk, which usually means the mother is gluten intolerant. Well, thank you so much, Doug. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Idaho. And Glenn, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Glenn, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yes, sir. I have a son. He's age 38. He weighs about 169 pounds, and he has been having problems with insomnia and also depression for a number of years, for about 4 or 5 years. But just recently, about 4 months ago, he noticed some tremors on his left hand, primarily left hand and sometimes on the right. And he did play football in high school and college. And then in December, he went for an MRI, and they ruled out brain tumor and MS. And nothing came up, and they started putting him on B12 shots. And right now, it's basically they don't know what to do with him.
Okay. And did you say he was 38?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You say he weighs 169 pounds. And did he ever have asthma or anything like that? Asthma, bronchitis?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Does he have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And do they have any asthma, bronchitis, or belly problems, or skin problems, eczema, dermatitis?
Yeah, generally the stomach problems. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, well, all the kids have gluten intolerance. They got it from their mama. It's not a genetic thing, but mothers pass it on through breast milk and cord blood. And if he played football, I bet he sweat a little bit during practice and games, didn't he?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. And so also when you have gluten intolerance, your absorption capacity goes way down. So your absorption capacity of nutrients goes down. You're sweating out nutrients. And this is when young people begin to have problems. They could be girl cheerleaders. They could be girls, doing gymnastics. They could be guys playing sports, all kinds. Be people doing hard physical work, throwing bales of hay and sweating. And so the first thing I would suggest for this guy is get rid of all the bad stuff out of his diet. Okay, no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates, nitrites. It means no deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam. And absolutely no oils. It means no microwave popcorn, no theater popcorn, no olive oil, coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, celery, cooking oils, no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye oats. So let's maximize the absorption. We know he has a gluten intolerance because of asthma and skin problems and all these other things in his siblings. Mama's got to do the same thing for her health, and her brothers and sister need to be notified. Anybody living in the house, including yourself, or his spouse, kids, mother-in-law, everybody's got to be gluten-free, dog, cat, bird, fish. And I'd have them take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 1 full dose for everything twice a day. And also have them get the Synaptive, have them take 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. I'd have them take the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. And then the Sweeties, 3 twice a day, 2 bottles a month. And call me every couple of weeks. Let me know how he's doing, because I think he'll do very well. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Let's head to Covina, California, and Lorene, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Lorene, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
I have a friend that has polycystic kidney disease, and I need to find out what I can give her.
Okay, first of all, stop there a minute. How old is she?
She's probably 40-ish.
Okay, I'll say 40-ish.
Her mother died 2 years ago of it.
Uh-huh. Okay. And let's see, how did she find out about the polycystic kidney disease? Did she have a CAT scan because she fell off the roof or in a car wreck, or how did she find it out?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Does she have any history of skin
because
problems?
Her mother has it, and they figure that it's...
Nah, it's not genetic. No, it's not genetic.
Well, you know how doctors are. They think...
Well, yeah, they're very... Well, that's one of those failed theories, and they're able to keep convincing... It's very dramatic to look on an X-ray or a CAT scan and see those, 20 or 100 cysts on your kidneys. Very dramatic thing to see. But if she lived to be 40 years of age and didn't have any clinical symptoms, she was born with these cysts, and they really don't have any pathology to them. Okay? They don't cause any problems. I want to, I'd like to know what all her blood tests showed, this, that, and the other. Do you know if she has any other problems? She have high blood pressure, diabetes, belly problems, irritable bowel syndrome, or appendix out, anything like that?
Oh, my goodness.
That means no. Okay, you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, you need to ask those questions. Now, has she complained? She's your friend. Has she complained to you for years? She's tired. She has a struggle to urinate. She's got high blood pressure. She has headaches.
I know she's tired.
Okay. Now, you can have these kidney cysts and have other problems like diabetes. She can have gluten intolerance and not be absorbing things. And so, what do you think she weighs?
I would say about 130 or so.
230?
130.
Oh, 130, okay.
Yeah.
And other than her...
She has gone to different doctors, nutritionists.
Yeah, I don't need to know that.
Gotten her on a diet that's pretty skimpy, where she's eating just pretty much vegetables.
But why? Why did she go to the doctor?
Because of I guess she was just, because her mom died, because maybe she's not feeling good.
Okay, that's too many maybes for me. Okay, you need to get more information. Okay, so let's start out with something basic. Char, what would you do for this Lorene's friend?
Well, if she's got kidney problems, I would get her on get her on a healthy start pack, but then I would also add the Classic Daily and the Niacin Plus.
Okay. Yeah, you could go ahead and start with the, at 130 pounds, I go ahead and give her one. I'd be a little bit stronger, so I'd give her one healthy brain and heart pack per month. And I'd, divide that in half, a half a dose for everything at breakfast and dinner. Get her in the Ultimate Daily Classic, as Shar said, 1 bottle a month. It'd be 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. And then the Ultimate Niacin Plus, one of those at breakfast and dinner. That's 1 bottle a month. And as soon as you get more answers, all the 20 questions I asked you, give us a call back. I want to know her creatinine levels. I want to know her glomerular filtration rates. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Chicago, Illinois, and David, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, David, you're on the air.
Hi, Doctor. Thank you for taking my call as always.
Yes, sir.
Doctor, I'm trying to help this gentleman. He's 5'5", 59 years old, and 174 pounds. He's got diabetes type 2, neuropathy, retinopathy as well, vertigo, and constipation, kind of bad. The constipation is kind of bad. I advised him to use a herbal rainforest, and he says that it didn't do much for him, and he is asking me if there's anything else that you recommend for that purpose as well.
Okay, so he's got diabetes. He's 174 pounds. He's got retinitis, right? He's got peripheral neuropathies. Okay, and he's got constipation. Char, what would this guy have, you think?
He's got gluten intolerance. He only weighs 134 pounds, I thought.
134?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gluten intolerance for sure.
Okay, so get him off of gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, oats, no fried foods, no processed meats or oils. And what kind of supplement program would you give him at 134 pounds?
I give him a healthy blood sugar pack, and then I'd also add the Ultimate Classic and the Classic Daily, and the Niacin Plus. And for the constipation, he could eat a lot of vegetables and stuff, because I don't...
We can stay on the herbal rainforest. I'll get him on a gluten-free diet, then the herbal rainforest will work. The reason why it didn't work was he's not absorbing very well. And the peripheral neuropathies, what would you do that, where he has burning and numbness in his legs? And
well, he needs to take the Classic and the Niacin Plus. That will help that open up, right?
Nope. Let's talk about...
he needs glucogel.
Yeah, there you go, 2 bottles of glucogel. When you have peripheral neuropathies in your legs or your arms, this means that you're having nerves squeezed, degenerative disc disease, the vertebrae getting closer together, smashing the roots of the spinal nerves, and peripheral neuropathies, usually called sciatica by chiropractors. It'll be down your rump, your buttocks, in between your legs, your groin area, burning, numbness, itchy, down your feet, pain, again, numbness and burning and stinging in your feet. And you can also get what's called irritable bladder syndrome. You can get atrial fibrillation. These are all peripheral neuropathies caused by squeezing spinal nerves that come out from between the vertebrae. So you're exactly right, Char. You get an A+. This is the 2 bottles of the glucogel, 15 a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, in addition to everything else. And then call us every couple of weeks, David. Let us know how your friend is doing. And for the diabetes, of course, Char recommended the 2 healthy blood sugar packs. Make sure he takes his fasting blood sugar every morning before he medicates himself, and as his blood sugar drops, be sure he reduces his medication. And the goal here is to wean him off his medication and be an ex-diabetic. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Connecticut. And Jackie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Jackie, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi. What's up?
I'm calling about my son, who is a type 1 diabetic. He has chronic kidney failure unrelated, and he just came out of the hospital for an incident with ketoacidosis, and his blood work had also showed that his white cell was a little not normal count, but they said that could happen after ketoacidosis, and they don't really know why.
Okay, no, I didn't get that. Wait a minute. You said his white blood cell count is half of what it should be?
It was, some of them were high, some of them were low. They weren't at normal levels, but they said sometimes after an incident of ketoacidosis that not
is he on kidney dialysis?
No.
Does he have a high blood pressure?
Yes, but he's got that stabilized.
Well, that's not the answer to the question. The answer is yes.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and so we still have to deal with the cause of the high blood pressure, right? Have to deal with that. Even though it's under control, people say, well, yeah, I have diabetes, but it's under control. I have high blood pressure, it's under control. You're still going to die early if you don't get rid of it, okay? Under control doesn't mean anything. It just kind of connects you with that doctor. Okay, what does your son weigh?
He's 135.
Okay, and how tall is he?
5'8".
Okay, so he's slim.
Yes. And
Okay.
I have him already on I myself formerly had lupus and everything, and after taking your regimen, I don't have any symptoms of any of it, so I kind of started him this weekend on that, but I just wanted to talk to you about what was a more appropriate plan for him.
Okay, well, let's talk about him. We can't mix him up here because I'll mess up here. Okay? Now, you're talking about you having lupus, not him, correct?
I had lupus, right. But I'm just saying,
Okay, well, let's not talk about you right now. I got to finish one before I jump into the other. Okay? That's like doing leg amputation surgery on one and going out for a coffee break, coming back, and cut the wrong legs off the wrong person. Right? You just got to stick with one. Okay. Char, what would you do for this 135-pound son, 5'8", and he's got type 1 diabetes. His white blood cells are kind of messed up. He's got high blood pressure, and as I said, type 1, and he's got some kidney failure. What's going on here?
I would get him on a gluten-free diet first thing, because that's probably most of it. And then he needs to get on a healthy blood sugar pack, and he needs, for the kidney, he needs obviously the Ultimate Daily Classic and the Niacin Plus. And
what about that'll be the high blood pressure also.
Yeah,
all right.
Take care of the
so
high blood pressure.
So Char's exactly right, and because he's only 135 pounds, he needs. I'd go with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, 2 bottles of the Sweeties, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. Then, as Char said, for the high blood pressure and the kidney failure, I would throw in the Ultimate Daily Classic. I'd go ahead and get him 1 bottle of those, actually 2 bottles because it's a smaller bottle now, and so he can take 3 twice a day of the Ultimate Daily Classic. The Ultimate Niacin Plus, I'd have him take 1 of those twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. And then the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. I'd go ahead and be a little heavy-handed here, use a bigger hammer, do 1 twice a day. There's 2 boxes a month of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. And let's see here. For the white blood cell count being kind of weird, that could be due to beginnings of osteoporosis in the bone marrow. The bone matrix is filling up the bone marrow cavity and squeezing out certain numbers of the cells that make white blood cells and causing this sort of wacky white blood cell count. And so I'd give him 2 bottles a month of the glucogel so he can take 15 a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner, and then call us every couple of weeks. Let us know what his blood pressure is. Let us know what his blood sugar is. Let us know what his, let's see here, his glomerular filtration rate and his creatinine levels are, that kind of stuff. Let us know what his white blood count is. Let us know what his weight is. So we need to know a lot of information to monitor him. If he truly has type 1, he'll never be able to totally wean off of his insulin. He'll be able to reduce it significantly, maybe by 90-95%, and get down to just 1/10 of what he was needing before. He'll certainly be able to reduce the number of times a day he needs to test his blood sugar to manage it and maintain it. And there's a lot of benefits. Quality of life goes up. He'll add many healthy years to his life, but he may not totally be able to get off of insulin because type 1s usually don't make enough. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Young Giving, 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to New York. And Stephanie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Stephanie. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, Stephanie.
Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
Thank you for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm calling because I have a huge fibroid and my stomach is extremely extended. It looks like a 9 months pregnancy.
Okay.
The sole of my feet hurt, especially in the morning. Frequent urination during the early morning hours. This disturbs my sleep pattern, and I experience fatigue and tiredness. I am anemic. I have hot flashes, and I think because I'm so tired, it affects my concentration.
Okay. That's enough. That gives us something to go by. What do you weigh, Stephanie?
I weigh 205 pounds.
205, and how tall are you?
5'8.5".
5'8".
5'8".
5'8.5". Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Any other stuff? Any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea? Any diabetes or high blood pressure?
Well, they said I had high blood pressure one time, and my legs were very swollen, and my skin is very sensitive. So
Would you say it's dry? Would you say your skin is dry?
Sometimes it could. Sometimes, yeah.
All right, here we go. Get your pen and paper out. We only have moments here. Okay, Char, what would you do for this lady? 205 pounds, has a large fibroid in her uterus, and she has high blood pressure, She's fatigued all the time, dry skin. What would you do for her?
I get her on a gluten-free diet immediately.
Okay.
And
what else?
I get her on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, I guess.
Okay, perfect.
And
what would you do for the fibroids?
I get her on the Woman's FX.
Okay, 2 ounces a day, perfect. 2 quarts a month, 1 ounce of breakfast and dinner. And what else? What other girly thing would you give her?
Other girly thing? I give her the Xerafem.
Very good. 2 bottles of Xerafem a month, 3 tablets twice a day. As Xerafem, so between the Xerafem and the Woman's FX, that's going to help. I'd also, high blood pressure, what would you give her for the high blood pressure?
Ultimate Daily Classic and the Niacin Plus.
Perfect. And then call us every couple of weeks, if you would, Stephanie. We can talk about the weight loss thing, but you got to get rid of the bad stuff. No fried foods. Don't even walk into a place where they fry foods. No processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. No oils. I mean no oils. No microwave popcorn. No theater popcorn. No olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, hydrogenated cooking oils. Absolutely no oils. No gluten, no wheat, barley, rye oats. Everybody in the household, including the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, man, mother-in-law, the renters, kids, everybody's got to be gluten-free. And then call us every couple of weeks. I want to know your weight. We can speed that up, but let's put our efforts in the direction to we're going to deal with this fibroid so we can help you resolve that problem and the high blood pressure and the fatigue and so on. Okay? You deal with the fibroids, the edema in your feet is probably to be resolved. Okay? So, and the frequent urination, that could be also back problems, squeezing of nerves. I know you don't have a prostate problem because you're a girl, right? And so it could be that. It could be a back problem. But let's just go with this as a start. And call us every couple of weeks, and we'll walk you through this and tweak things as we need to. Okay, Doug, how much time we have?
Yeah, just about 40 seconds here.
40 seconds. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take it. And Shar, what would you tell somebody who needs to lose weight? What would you tell them to add to the 90 essential nutrients to lose weight?
Well, the ASAP, but also to lose weight, the best way is to get on a gluten-free diet too.
Yep, get on a gluten-free diet, grain-free diet, absolutely. ASAP, as Shar says, put a dropper full under your tongue. If you need to lose 50 pounds or less, you get 1 dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before each meal. If you need to lose more than 50 pounds, get 2 dropper bottles a month and put a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before each meal and a second dropper full under your tongue 15 minutes before the meal. And you'll lose a half a pound, 2 pounds a day, and as long as you stay in your 90 for life, you won't gain the weight back. That's the magic of the program. And thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them overcome their health challenges? Youngevity has been helping people overcome their health challenges for years. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission at Youngevity is to educate Americans about their own health. If you like helping people, join us in our fight to save America. While you're helping people prevent and overcome health challenges, you will also be able to build a lucrative home-based business. So what are you waiting for? Come join us and help save America. If you've decided to join us, call your local Youngevity associate to find out how you can arm yourself with the knowledge that's needed to save America.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Longevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Longevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. All are carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. For an extra boost, try JavaFit's Energy Extreme 62, a proprietary blend of nutrients including cambogia, green tea extract, an extra shot of caffeine, and niacin, designed to support metabolism and enhance physical performance. Available in single cup or single pot packs. Contact your local Longevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewable, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.